Question 2, Part A, has 3 subparts. We are asked to find the median, the lower quartile, and the upper quartile from this cumulative frequency graph here that's on the left-hand side. And in this graph we have vitamin C content in a group of 120 oranges. So on the horizontal axis, the amount of vitamin C in milligrams, and the vertical axis is the cumulative frequency. So for example, just to understand this graph, if I was to order the oranges from least amount of vitamin C to most amount, and then say took the 60th orange, and I just chose 60 because it's a nice intersection here right in the middle of 2 points, that 60th orange would have 32.5 milligrams of vitamin C. Another example would be the orange with the least amount of vitamin C, so right across here on the left, would have 30 milligrams. And the 120th, so the orange was the most, you go all the way out to the top, so we are accumulating all the way up to the orange with the most, would have 35 milligrams. That's how this cumulative frequency graph works. Now, to find the median, lower quartile, and upper quartile, we first need to find the number that we need to find, and then that will give us our actual answer. So there's 2 steps to this. So I'll walk this through now. So the median, we have 120 oranges. So that is an even set of data. Now, for an even set of data, the median will sit between the 2 middle numbers. So this will be between the 60th and 61st number. So if I now go across to my cumulative frequency graph here, I go up the vertical axis, the 60th. Now, I don't think we need to be too precise here. It just asks for our answer to 1 decimal place, and I don't think if we were 0.1 off, we would lose the mark. So it's going to be about on this 60 line. So then I trace across here. It intersects nicely here, and that will be 32.5 milligrams. Now, the lower quartile and upper quartile need to understand these 5 key points on a this is closely correlated with what's called a box and whisker plot. And the lower quartile, otherwise known as Q1, sits at the 25th percent, or the first quarter for the numbers, and the upper quartile sits at the 75th percent. So what does that mean? Lower quartile, well, 0.25, so 25% times 120 is equal to 30th number. So now we go up the vertical axis, find the 30th number, trace across, and that sits roughly at 31.9, I would say. So 31.9 milligrams. Now, similar process for the upper quartile. We need to find the 75th percent of the 120 numbers. So 0.75 times 120 is equal to 90th number. Now we go across to our cumulative frequency graph, go up to the 90th number, trace across, it's at this point here, and then go down. That equates to roughly 33.1. Okay, so just to recap, our median is 32.5, our lower quartile is 31.9, and our upper quartile is 33.1 milligrams.